All right, good afternoon. I'm Judge Christopher Bates, Judge for the City of Montesano. This is our November 9th docket, primarily arraignments, and I'm going to take one or two arraignments, and then we'll have a visiting judge come in and hear one case, and then we'll go back to my docket. And so the first matter that is ready is Matthew Frederick. Is it Tree Pinier? All right, good afternoon. Can you state your name for the record? Okay. I'm having trouble hearing you. Give me just a moment. Okay. Can you state your name again?
Matthew Trepanier.
Okay. You're before the court on a criminal charge of driving while license suspended in the third degree. That means your license was suspended or revoked in the third degree while you were eligible to reinstate your license. You do have rights in this court. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to represent you at no charge. You have a right to a speedy trial. And you have a right to take your case to a jury trial or a bench trial. If convicted at trial, you have a right to an appeal. Do you understand those rights?
Yeah.
Okay. Understanding the charge against you and your rights explained, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Okay. A plea of not guilty is entered. And you've indicated you'd like to be considered for a court-appointed attorney. And based on your screening form, it does look like you are eligible. And so I'm going to appoint our city public defender at no expense to you. You'll be provided with his contact information. On your way out of court today, you were also cited with an infraction for no insurance. So we'll have that case trail along with the criminal charge. We will go ahead and set your next court pretrial hearing for December 28th, where you and your attorney will be present, and hopefully he can assist you with resolving this case. Do you have any questions of the court?
No, sir.
Okay. As far as your release conditions, I'm releasing you on your own recognizance today, with the condition being that you not drive unless you have a valid license or insurance. Do we understand each other?
Yeah.
Okay. That concludes your arraignment today. Please sign for your next court date and get your attorney's information from my court clerk. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. The next matters I have before me would be City of Montesano versus Sarah M. Weber. Ms. Weber's present. Please step forward. And you are Sarah Weber?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Ms. Weber, you are cited with a couple charges in this court. The first being theft in the third degree, where it's alleged that you took goods or services that did not exceed $750 within our city limits. This is a gross misdemeanor. It carries a maximum penalty of 364 days in jail and a $5,000 fine. Did you hear me explain the rights the gentleman before you has in this court?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Those same rights apply to you. Do I need to read those again?
No, you don't.
Okay. To the crime of theft, third degree, what is your plea?
Not guilty.
Okay, a plea of not guilty is entered, and you'd like to be considered for a court attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
I do find that you're eligible. All right, the next matter you are here for is actually two criminal charges, driving on a suspended license in the third degree and operating a motor vehicle without a required ignition interlock device. Both of those crimes are misdemeanor offenses and carry a maximum penalty of 90 days in jail and a $1,000 fine. You have the same rights, and I think you understand those rights based on your previous statements. How do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Okay. Plea of not guilty is entered. And you're also eligible for a public defender to assist you with these cases. And so we'll appoint the same attorney to represent you in these matters. We'll go ahead and set your next court date to December 28th. In the meantime, as your conditions of release, you're not to go on the premises of the Chevron station here in the city of Montesano, and you're not to drive unless you have a valid license, insurance, and an ignition interlock device. We understand each other?
Yes, I do. I have a question really quick. While this case is getting resolved, will I still be able to get my license? Because I'm in the middle of trying to get my license right now, but I don't know if this will stop it.
That's a question for your attorney.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So please check out with the court clerk, sign for your court date, and get your attorney's information.
Thank you.
All right. I think that's all the arraignments that have been provided to me. Is Mr. Campbell logged into Zoom yet?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Let's have him take the case that the conflict case that I have, and I'll go ahead and mute myself and turn off my video.
All right, Kay, are we ready to go?
We are ready to go, Your Honor.
Okay, so you want me to call it's Brandon Peterman?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. All right, City of Montesano versus Brandon R. Peterman, case number C020322. Good afternoon. Are you Brandon R. Peterman?
Yes, sir.
All right. My name is Scott Campbell. I'm a judge pro tem in this court. And this matter is on for kind of a first appearance in an arraignment. Is that your understanding as well?
Yes, sir.
It is? Okay. So as I understand it, you are charged with the crime of driving while license suspended or revoked in the third degree. And did you get the arraignment? It looks like I've received an arraignment form that's got your signature on it. Did you
Yep.
get a chance to read it?
Yes, sir.
You did. Okay. On the beginning part of the form, it indicates, it talks about the rights that you have. It says that you're presumed innocent until the city proves the case beyond a reasonable doubt, or if you were to enter a plea of not guilty. If you were to enter a plea, or if you were found guilty, there might be a fine involved, and it could include jail time. So one of the other rights that you have is you have the right to have me consider appointing an attorney to represent you. Is that something you want me to consider at this time?
No, I've hired one.
You're gonna hire your own. Okay. So, I'm reading the form that's been provided. It looks like you want to make a plea of not guilty and you're gonna hire your own attorney. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Correct.
All right. So I will enter a plea of not guilty on your behalf, and then your attorney will hear from your attorney. As probably we'll get a notice of appearance from the attorney that you hire. And we will set, Kay, do we want to set a pretrial?
December 28th.
Okay. Is that a day you're going to be available, Mr. Peterman? The
Yes.
20th? Okay. So I will set a pretrial conference for December 28th, 2021. And that will be at, what's the exact time? I get. Okay. So you'll need to be back in court at that time. So get in touch with your attorney.
Okay.
We'll look forward to getting a notice of appearance from your attorney. And I believe, is there anything else, Kay, that we need to handle today?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. All right. Good luck.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome.
All right, we are going back to the court's arraignment docket, and I'll just start from the top of the docket. The first case is City versus Kyle Davidson. And I've reviewed the file for probable cause. I have found that probable cause does exist. Notice was issued for today's court date, mailed and was not returned. Since this is the first arraignment, we'll go ahead and reset this on our December 14th calendar. And if this defendant does not show at that time, I will consider issuing a bench warrant. All right, the next matter is City versus Harold Haney. Mr. Haney was cited with driving suspended in the 3rd degree. Notice of today's court hearing was served upon him. I do find probable cause. This is his first appearance. We will reset for December 14th, and if he does not appear at that time, a warrant will issue for his arrest. And the infraction is FTA. Okay, Mr. Jorgensen's, Andrew Christopher Jorgensen comes on for arraignment. I have a note that Mr. Jorgensen issued an error. Is that for the insurance or the driving suspended charge?
For the driving while suspended charge.
Okay. I will go ahead and issue an order to dismiss this matter. And
He wrote a letter on the speaker.
okay,
Went back one time.
and we'll go ahead and lower his fine to a mitigated $110. Next on the arraignment docket is William Kolakowski. Defendant was served with his notice of violation. I have found probable cause. Since this is his first appearance, we will go ahead and note his failure to appear for the record. That will pertain to the operating without insurance in the traffic speeding infraction. And we will reset this for December 14th. If he fails to appear at that time, I'll consider issuing a warrant. All right, city calls for Aaron Palmer. The first case I will take is 1A01355568. And we had cleared her past warrant. The warrant will issue again in this matter in the amount of 500. Next case, same defendant. Defendants failed to appear at today's court hearing, and based on her non-appearance in the past, a bench warrant will issue in this matter as well for $500. Okay, the next matter is 1A06-22183, again, driving on license suspended third degree. This is a first appearance. She was served with her ticket. Note her absence for the record, reset to December 14th. And if she fails to appear for court that day, warrant will issue. The no insurance ticket is noted as an FTA. Next matter, again, City versus Aaron Palmer, case number 1A06-22177. Defendants also failed to appear at today's court date. previously arraigned on this charge. Bench warrant will issue in this case for $500. No insurance violation will be noted as an FTA. And last matter, City versus Aaron Palmer, 1A 0622185. Defendant was served a copy of their ticket for driving on a suspended license in the 3rd degree. There is probable cause. And we will reset this case for December 14th. If she fails to appear at that time, warrant will issue. And last matter on the docket for arraignment is Nicholas Tucker. Mr. Tucker was provided with today's court hearing by mail. It was not returned. We will note his non-appearance today. FTA the infractions. And reset for December 14th. And if he fails to appear on that date, warrant will issue. And there is a mitigation hearing set for 3/20 for Lauren Long. Is Mr. Long present in the courtroom? Or I'm not sure. That could be Mr. or Mrs. Long.
No, Your Honor.
All right. I did make a decision in that case to mitigate the fine. Or wait, no, that's the wrong case. I'm thinking of the mitigation by mails. I'll go through the rest of the docket and we'll see if the defendant does appear for her requested mitigation hearing. I've gone through the remainder of the docket in chambers, and so I'm going to log off, and Lauren Long does appear within the next 5 to 10 minutes. We'll call the case, otherwise there'll be a finding of committed.